Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs and video games. Today I'm playing Rain World. And this time on Rain World, we are in Five Pebbles, which is great, because that means that we can go visit Five Pebbles. However, the first thing I'm going to do, since we find ourselves right here, very, very close to an echo on the other side of a gate, what we're going to do is we're going to go back toward that echo. Because if we go visit an echo, then we just get transferred back to this hibernate spot anyway, which means we can still go to Five Pebbles. So let's go back to the wall very briefly in order to visit our first echo. I'm very curious because when we visited echoes as the survivor, we just got progress in the particular, what is it called? The pilgrimage? The pilgrim, I think? That passage. So we got passage progress. However, when we did this as... Oh my gosh, there's a scavenger right there. Run? No! Oh, that scavenger got me. Alright, try again. Anyway, what I was trying to say before that scavenger got me is that when we played as the Gourmand, we increased our maximum karma. So one of the questions I have is, do we get like the higher levels of karma or something? Like, do we skip the normal levels of karma and just start unlocking the higher levels? Or do we not ever get karma? Because I could see it go either direction, but I'm kind of very... Oh my gosh, I couldn't even see the scavenger on the screen. Alright, so that particular one, I really dislike that part of Rain World. The screen doesn't move with me. I can get killed by something that I've never seen on the screen. Oh my gosh. There are too many of them. I guess I got killed by that. Alright. This is gonna be hard, getting back to that echo. Let's try again. Go back to the echo time. Alright, I'm prepared for scavengers. As much as I can be, with this flat playing field where they can see me, but I can't see them. Okay, there's a scavenger. So, there's another one. Oh! He got me? Wait a minute. How'd I die? Because he still had the stick in his hand. Did he hit me with the stick and then pull the stick out, like, super fast? Is that what happened? I thought I was going to be really nifty by jumping down and hitting him with the stick in, like, the same moment. And instead, he did that to me, more or less. Oh. Right in the head. Alright. Alright, none right here. Let's hope there's not any, like, further left of me. There probably is. Oh, there's not. Alright. I can't take cover, really. Not meaningfully. So... Okay, there's a scavenger. Got him. Oh, and then one got me. At the screen transition. Alright, died again. We're gonna die so many times on the way back to this echo. So many times. So, can we get the scavengers before they get me? So far we don't see a scavenger. Okay, that was not helpful. Alright, I see a scavenger way over there. Got him. He was just at the very edge. If he was just a couple inches over, I wouldn't be able to see him at all, and he would have my number. Okay, so... Oh, he hit my stick in the air. I thought that thing was actually guarding me, but it was not. Alright. What we've got to do is get past those two scavengers One of them has a bunch of sticks. The other one does not have anything. Alright. We killed the one that did not have anything. I'm trying to get my stick out. Alright. So this scavenger is the problem one. We got him. Alright. Can we keep going? Alright, there was no scavengers here, which is good because I've got no cover that I can take. There's another 2 scavengers. Oh, he got me. I think our sticks hit in the air, by the way. We both threw a stick at each other at the same time. I think they hit in the air. And then he had an extra stick that he could throw. But of course, I can only hold one, so I had to pick mine up, and he got the quicker draw there. What we're experiencing in this room is 2 different types of difficulty. The first one is that this is a flat area, which strategically is not a great place for me to fight scavengers. So one of the points of why this is difficult is the terrain is not beneficial to me. And it is beneficial to scavengers. What if that scavenger doesn't see me? It saw me. Well, I mean, it heard me, I guess. So part of the difficulty comes from the scavengers having a better chance on this particular difficulty, or this particular terrain, and that's one of the parts of this, of why this is difficult. The other reason that this is difficult is because of the screen transitions, and the screen transitions difficulty is kind of a fake difficulty. There's a concept of fake or artificial difficulty in games, and I think that the screen transitions making things difficulty is an example of that. So that's the part that frustrates me. The reason that it hasn't come up before is because there hasn't been the other difficulty there too. So I haven't been killed immediately. Whoa. It didn't even talk to me. Wait a minute. The echo didn't talk to me. We did unlock... We unlocked a... We unlocked a new level of karma, the second level of karma. Whoa. So I can actually gain karma now, but only 1 level? We also got the nomad, which we're not going to continue with. Why am I having trouble getting out this, where this scavenger is? I'm not sure, but it's not important. Alright. I'm going to eat this, which is annoying because it's only going to give me a 4th at a time, right? Let's find out. Is it going to give me a full 1 at a time? It does give me a full 1 at a time. Alright. So wait a minute. If we visit more echoes, could we actually get enough karma to get the survivor passage, for example? Ooh. Okay, so the survivor passage is probably possible, which also means maybe I can actually make friends with scavengers eventually. If I unlock the different levels of karma, then I don't need the scavengers to go through gates anymore. Right? So maybe we can actually get all of the passages as this character. We just have to visit the echoes first before we can do that? That's pretty crazy. But it feels like that might be true. Also, I need to keep my eyes open for a bit in this area. This area will be very interesting to explore. Also, are those... I didn't check, but is the artwork behind us more complete than it was in the previous campaigns that we've done? Why? What am I landing on? Alright. Something was weird there where I couldn't move down for some reason. But anyway. We can explode ourselves down, which is excellent. I lost my stick when I exploded myself, but it's still excellent for traversing 5 Pebbles, because we have a lot more control over where we are, like which way we're going, than in other times that we've been in 5 Pebbles. So this room has no other exits. We're gonna go kind of completely through 5 Pebbles, because I expect it to be different. I want to do kind of everything in 5 Pebbles if we can. Speaking of, there's nothing to the right of me. It says, yeah, there's nothing to the right of me. This goes directly into 5 Pebbles, right? Oh, hello, 5 Pebbles. What does 5 Pebbles have to say to me? Nothing? Is this reaching you? Whoa, I already know how to talk. I already got the communication. Like, immediately. I suppose it was only a matter of time before you ended up here. Your journey throughout my facility grounds has been incessantly brought to my attention by my overseers, thanks to the device that follows you. Alright, that makes sense. It is the Citizen ID drone of one of my long-departed creators. It seems to have been damaged and imprinted itself with you. Much of the data on the drone has been corrupted. Allow me to do my duty as an Iterator and resync it to my structure. What is that going to do for me? Oh man, what does it mean for me to have an ID drone? I mean, it has done... I think it's done nothing so far for me. Little ruffian, you are stuck in a cycle, a repeating pattern. I assume you have come here because you want a way out. However, there is little I can do. A primal urge, one that tears from deep inside your very core, keeps you bound here. Even with my divine influence, there is nothing that can be done. However, if you intend to carry that device around and masquerade as one of my citizens, then perhaps you can at least properly perform your responsibility of tending to this superstructure. From the glimpses I've been shown of your journey so far, it is apparent that you have need to inflict violence against the scavenger population. While I find your way of life appalling, it seems we share a common enemy. A large pack of them has made a home in my city and have been causing progressive damage to the root of my structure in their attempts to gather scrap metal and other mechanical parts. As my dutiful citizen, I would encourage you to return home to your city and pay them a visit. Perhaps in that way we can both depart from this interaction with something we desire. But unless you have something interesting to show or bring to me, it is time for you to leave. I do have a pearl. Can I take out the pearl? Whoa. Wait a minute. I'm picking up pearls. I'm trying to take one out of my belly. There we go. Please leave. That is not a request. I have important work to do. Alright. So, we leave. I want to go back in because you did actually mention, perhaps, the pearl. There's so many pearls here, I don't know if I want to throw this one. Ah, you have found me something to read. This one has not been archived. It was likely transported by hand. It is a message of political discourse regarding concerns about the increasingly tense relationship between myself and the various houses. That part is amusing. I therefore ask you to do anything in your might to stop the house, we both know which house, from further obstruction. They have been less than 40 members on the council, but still tilt their spiritual discourse with our Iterator in a direction that is most obviously displeases him. It is hardly high-held anyone in the community either. We cannot risk this. It is no secret that my construction was a point of great controversy. My council members worked vehemently to prevent me from ever coming to being. Their stance was so unfaltering that even after construction was complete, a number of houses still denied transfer and remained behind in her city out of protest. This rift caused frequent feuds and tensions amongst the community. Those of the opposition would never yield to those who supported the so-called apostate superstructure abomination, but to say I found their actions displeasing? Not quite. While certainly more violent and disruptive, they at least provided me interesting cognitive challenges to use my time on, as opposed to the endless rituals and pleasantries of the monks of my own houses, which I found to be the most wearisome of all. None of this matters anymore. The only displeasing presence I have now is you. Allow me to get back to my work. Oh man. So, I mean, we can just shoot ourselves up here? Oh man, so there's a lot of interesting things that just happened from that interaction. Also, I need to go back in because, because we need to go back out the other way in order to explore more of Five Pebbles. Oh, alright. General Systems Bus. I want to explore this fully, basically. How much do these give me by eating them? Wait a minute, they didn't give me anything by eating them? Did I not eat it? Oh my gosh, I can't eat those things. How weird. Okay, so we grab onto this, then I can go over here. I basically want to go all the different places, so I'm trying to map things out. Okay. The fact that I can shoot myself in different directions makes exploring this area so much easier. Like, incredibly easier than we've dealt with before. So, I want to map over here as well. There's nothing that way. And then go up like this, shoot over here. Obviously we could go down there. I want to register that that is an exit before actually choosing an exit. And then I wonder what my little ID thing, having been interacted with by Five Pebbles, actually does. Does it do anything noticeable to me, basically, is what I'm asking. Do I get new powers somehow by having my ID drone around? So, that's all down here. Let's go up this path up here. I'm also looking for any bits that could possibly be along this path too, because we know there's a bit somewhere in Five Pebbles that we haven't gotten before. Alright, that's pretty much the map. We can explore it, or not explore it, but open it up a little bit more on my map by just going down this way this time. So that this room is mapped. Wonderful. Next room. So is there going to be any rot, like any of the octopus creatures, in Five Pebbles this time? I don't know. I kind of think we might discover scavengers here, because he said some of them made a home here, like in his superstructure or something. I don't know, but we might encounter scavengers, which they might kill me very fast if we encounter the scavengers. All right, so this room was essentially nothing, although apparently it says I haven't explored this part of it at all. There we go. So keep going down. Let's find more things. Because I'm going to use my explosion power a lot to navigate, there's almost no reason to pick things up, because when I explode, I'm dropping them each time. in the zero gravity at least. So that is not a bit, even though it has the style of it being a bit. But we did notice it, and it was not a bit. And so far we've had exactly one path to follow to go through 5 pebbles. That's probably going to change here, the memory conflux. There's that thing, the thing that grabs me and throws me around. Trying to search my screen for potential bits as well. Let's map that side of the room, just so I don't feel the need to come back over here a future time. I wonder if those things would kill me. Like, they don't kill the other slugcats, but would they kill me, the slugcat? I assume not, but still. There's a reason to question it. So, if we go down here and just, I don't know, destroy everything, apparently? There's an explosion stick down there. That's kind of strange. Not where we'd expect to find one of those. But anyway, there's one path to go. Let's take that path. And just throw that out. We don't need that. We can't eat them. Alright, so I want to acknowledge the 2 potential places that we could go, and then go one of them. I want to acknowledge that we could go the down path, and then actually go the up path after destroying everything. Alright. There we go. Oh, there we go. And then there's only one path here. We'll just go the one path. There's only one path here, so we just go the one path. And see no bits. There's only one path here, so we go the one path. And we should be opening up all of the rooms. This, I believe, was in a worse state with previous slugcats. This room. So the fact that this room looks fine is a really good sign for how Five Pebbles is going to look as a region. And we need to bring, oh man, we need to bring pearls to 5 pebbles. That makes me think that we can't get to Looks to the Moon, because I tried to get to Looks to the Moon, didn't get there. And we can... Ooh, actually, this place looks like rot a little bit, doesn't it? A little bit. So there might actually be rot here. Let's go the right exit. The start of rot? I don't know. Yep, there is rot. How about that? I'm going to have to be real careful not to blow myself up toward the rot. So up goes a path that we've already been. So let's go down. Carefully. Oh my gosh. Alright. We need to go down. That's a good trajectory. Straight down like that. Unfortunate development. So the unfortunate development has already started in where we are in the timeline. So there's a down and a left. I want to go left. I basically want to... Whoa! What? It seems to grab me more than we've seen before. Well, that's unfortunate. And we go down a karma level for the first time. Alright, let me get back to that room. That's going to take a while. Let me go back. Alright, I made it back to the memory conflux. And one of the things I had to do was go through the cutscene with 5 pebbles again. So for myself, I would really like to find a hibernate spot that we can go to so we don't have to do that again. So it saves the fact that we have seen Five Pebbles talk with the Artificer. So let's try to find a hibernate spot. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I'm having as much trouble as I am moving around, but in order to find a hibernate spot, instead of going directly back to the same room that we were in where we died, I'm going to go a different path and just like see new rooms, basically. And probably get out of the memory conflux. So I'm pretty sure the top left path here would get me out of the memory conflux. So therefore, I want to go that way after kind of looking at these other things on my map. So I'm going to try to eat one of these again. Oh, wait a minute. I know why I can't eat them. Because we are fully satiated because we ate the plant this day, the infinite food plant. So I could go down here, or I could go to the left. We're going to go to the left first, now that I have mapped out that there's the down path right there. Whoa, one of those came in. I didn't know they could go across rooms. Also, I'm going to peek my head in there because I was not looking for a bit. There are no potential bits in there. Good. Wanted to make sure before I went to the next room, because we are technically searching for those. Okay, so over here we have to avoid jumping into those bug zapper things. And I don't know if we can go like a path over here or not. We should probably try. This path doesn't go anywhere. Okay. So I want to go this way, but not too far. Let's go up here and go above the bug zapper. I have something in my hand that we could throw as well. I've got a couple things in my hand that we could throw, other than just, you know, throwing myself forward via exploding. Okay, so there's no path at the bottom here. We want to go to the top only. Alright, great. We're going the only path through that room, and we ended up back to this room, but going the other way. Bug zapper at the top makes me worried about potential bug zappers at the bottom. Alright, there's not one. That's good. Hello, you. You could be very annoying. Recursive transform array. Bug zapper at the top there. No potential bits that I see. Yeah, no potential bits that I can see anyway. There's like something right next to me that I could grab onto. But exploding myself moves me too fast. So I grab onto it and then immediately let go. So let's not go into that. And where we've done like the top maybe third or so of this room, let's go to the next third down. There is an exit right there, but I want to go through the rest of this room. Do we have that on the map? We do. Great. Keep going to the right. I do really want to find a hibernate spot, of course. Okay, so haven't seen the right side there. Down here, there's just a bug zapper for us to avoid. Still see no potential bits. There is a pathway down, I think, right over here. Yes, there is. And this is another... Oh, I just exited the room. What? Really? That didn't seem like I went through an exit to the room, actually. Not like we normally do. Okay. Avoid that bug zapper. Go up here. There is an exit there. I think that's where we entered. Yeah. Alright, great. So we can go down or we can go left. Let's try going down. Alright, this thing surprisingly is not angry at me. Like, it's not grabbing me, I guess. Angry would be different. We've seen those things look angry before. But it also didn't grab me like it normally does. Alright, so there's a path to the right. Let's do that first. It's the harder of the paths, of course. Okay. Let's just shoot myself straight down if we can. Yeah, okay. So that leads to an exit to the room. Let's go back up. And then go the other path in this room. I want to go through... I want to map out all of the exits to the room before we actually exit each room, basically. That we can look at the map and see where we still need to go. So... what's over here? There's something down here, maybe? Doesn't look like there's something down here. Nope, it's just danger. Don't go there. Continue this way. Alright, there's an exit. We're going to take that exit. And... still... okay. Still looking for a hibernate spot. I know I can explode myself to go over there too, but I want to be very careful. Good. And exploding myself is usually not a careful activity, as the name suggests. Still looking for a bit. It's very hard to see even a potential bit, just because of the color on the screen. Like, it gets really dark in some of these rooms. So there's a down path, there's an up path, and there is something to the left of me too. Okay, we're gonna go left. Gonna keep going left. Great. Still don't see a potential bit. This room, can we see the whole room right here? We can. Okay, let's go up. I do know that there's a hibernate spot in the recursive transform array that we've been to before. It's just, I don't really remember the recursive transform array map very well. And it looks like it's roughly the same as it was with other characters, honestly. Oh my gosh. I can explode myself away from it. I can't, like, fling myself far enough, it looks like. I have to explode in order to get far enough away from it. It's stronger than it was with the other characters, it seems. So, we're gonna go below, because I'm wondering if there's a pathway over here that we can't see. No. Alright, just go up. Hello, creature. So there's an exit to the room right there, as it were. I feel like it's going to try to grab me. I don't want to be grabbed. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's actually grabbing me. Oh, there's the bit. We found it. Haha. That was the only bit to find. Ooh, and we unlocked those big, like, blue octopus things. Cool. Alright, we found the only bit to find in Five Pebbles. That's great progress. Now, let's find a hibernate spot. Where is the hibernate spot? And, you know, continuing to map the place is good. If there was a pearl, I don't know how we would notice a pearl in this particular section. Oh my gosh. Go that way. Good. Go there. And then, are we in a room that we've been to? We are in a room that we've been to. We made a circle. That's nice. Let's go to that room in the center next. So in order to do that, we need to go back down here. Come on. Here. Down here, and then just down, I think. Yep. Just straight down. There was a blockade in the way, so we had to go a little bit of a triangle there. And then we haven't been down yet, but we don't want to do that. We want to go to the left and then up. That's the next plan. Left and up. So. I'm actually surprised that we haven't had any trouble with the bug zappers. Like, the rot we had trouble with. Whoa, I just almost had trouble with the bug zapper. The rot we had trouble with already, but the bug zappers have been not much of a thing at all. Right this way, and then we're going to go up this time. Which means... Oh. After saying that we haven't had trouble with them, I've been trying to die by them, it seems. Been actively working on it. Can we go... Whoa! We just died. Oh, I have to go back through Five Pebbles again. Alright, let's do it once more. So, I'm gonna have to go through that whole distance. You'll skip all of the repeats that I have to do. Alright, we've made it back here, which is pretty close to where we died last time, I think. Yeah, pretty close. And I'm gonna go the rest of the way, while also talking about some things that I noticed from Five Pebbles. I've seen Five Pebbles say the things 3 times now. So, one of the things I want to point out, which is perhaps a smaller thing, but still seems pretty significant to me, is that when we've talked to Five Pebbles before, Five Pebbles has described himself as godlike in comparison. But this time, Five Pebbles just called himself divine, which is different. Godlike in comparison basically is just saying that you have more power than, like, a lot more power and ability far beyond what the other creature can imagine. And calling yourself divine is claiming maybe more than that, in my opinion. So I was very interested that Five Pebbles said that. The other thing that's very noticeable is that I don't know where we're supposed to go. He said, go to your city. I don't know where our city is as a citizen, exactly. Ooh, there's a hibernate spot right there. Great. Alright, we're going to that hibernate spot. This is very important. Excellent. Alright. And we're probably going to do one more day-ish in Five Pebbles, depending on how long the day is. And I'm trying to explore the region as much as we can, which might be less than more, but we're going to see how much we can explore this time with 1 or 2 more days, depending on how long the days are. Alright, and we lost progress in the Nomad because, you know, we're not doing that anymore. We lost that progress a previous time, but we didn't look at the screen when we did, I think. So the Nomad is going to be a lot easier to get when we don't need to attack scavengers to go across regions. That's significant. Also, have we been that path? We have been. We didn't go through that path, but we've been there. So let's go new paths, which are all down. I think. All of the new paths are down. Oh my gosh, that was very close to death. We made it through, but very close to death. So this path is right there, and we've never been to this room as the Artificer. Okay. This room, we want to go up like that. Alright, luckily we can use our Artificer explode power to avoid the danger there. So, we look at the room, there's just this one exit, and we go that one exit. Alright. This looks super dangerous, right? Alright, we made it through, but it did look super dangerous the whole time. Was that as dangerous in the other campaigns as it was right there? Because that looks super dangerous. Ooh. I think we've been here with other slugcats, but I'm not completely sure. I don't remember this room. I kind of remember this room. But this is not the room that was covered in rot, I don't think. I don't think it was covered in rot in previous slugcat campaigns. But I'm trying to remember if this is low enough for that to be one of those rooms. Alright, we found the path there. So we're going to continue mapping the top before we do the bottom. But as always, we're going to make sure that this exit is on my map before we go. Great. Now that it's on the map, let's go. We're trying to do 5 pebbles basically top to bottom, more or less. So, please go through here. Interesting. I don't remember one of those circular white things. Also, what's over to the right of me? More circular white things. What is this? Huh. I don't remember this. Maybe it just looks a lot nicer, and that's why I don't remember it. Because it hasn't been destroyed as much yet. This is a room that we've never been. Go up. Ooh, wait a minute. Is this a room that was full of rot before? This could definitely be a room that was full of rot before. And it was terrible to go all the way up. Maybe so. That's a huge difference if that's the room I'm thinking about. And I think it is. Alright, let's go through the rest of that if we can. We might have trouble because there is rot over there. But let's try to map out 5 pebbles, because I think this is going to be different. So we could go down or right. I guess we go right. So this room, we've now pretty much explored. I'm going to just, like, make sure there's enough of the room on the map that we know that we explored it. That's good enough. And then we go over here. We want to go down this time. And here is some rot, which is problematic. Oh my gosh. Don't get into the rot. I should probably actually throw the things that I'm holding to change my direction rather than just explode myself all the time. Because exploding is more powerful, but also kind of more dangerous, I think. Okay, so this is that room. And then this room, we've been above it, and we've technically been to the right of it. So we want to go basically through this room to get to the room on the right. Yeah. And then in this room we want to go straight down. Well, it would have been nice to go more straight down. I'm gonna grab onto one of these things instead of using my explosion, though. Because the explosion, I think I have more chance to push myself into rot. I ended up using the explosion because I didn't do well at the first attempt that I was trying. First thing I tried, I didn't do well at, so we had to resort to explosions. Okay, I don't like how fast this is pushing me down. Okay. So this is a bit that we got in a previous campaign over here. I remember that bit. So this was a more dangerous room in a previous campaign, I think. Oh, there's an octopus right there. Like, one that is moving around. I think it's moving around. Is it actually stuck to the wall? I can't tell. Maybe it is. Well, in any event, we're going to avoid it. Just want to look at my map. Okay, this is the room that I was thinking that other one might be. So, it's not, clearly, because this is that room. So the amount of stuff that is rot is surprisingly similar in this campaign as the other campaigns. It's like we haven't come in before the rot, really hardly at all. So we've seen both exits to this room. Let's go through this one. The top one, of course. Yeah, so this room is terrible. This room has always been terrible, but it's terrible, right? There's a questing finger that we do not like to see. All right, we found another hibernate spot. Granted, I haven't eaten anything at all. I could have eaten something, but I just haven't. So we can't hibernate. I'm gonna go in here so that we see the hibernate spot, though. And then, do I want to go down? I want to go down far enough so that we see the exit down here, at least. On the map. Alright, the exit is seen on the map. Do I want to continue going? No. We're gonna go through that a different time, maybe. For now, let's go to the left. And I'd like to go straight through here, if we can. I should probably eat neurons if we find them this time, because I just ignored doing that the entire previous day. Or the entire day this time, I mean. This is the normal entrance to Five Pebbles. I think we're approaching a gate over here. I want to see that gate. I would love to see some food to eat as well. We haven't seen that. Okay, so I think the up path here, which we can't take, leads to the recursive transform array. Yeah, so there's at least neurons here, so we can eat some. Hello, neuron. Great. How much does a neuron give me? It gives me 1/4. Oh gosh, this is going to take forever. Alright. Well, we're going to have to eat a lot of those, because I don't think there's anything else in Five Pebbles that we can eat. It's just the neurons. Got another one. And I do want to see all the exits of the room before we exit the room. So there is an exit. And then there's probably one above us somewhere. Can't go through over there. Oh, it's angry. It's angry. I don't know why it's angry, but it's angry at me right now. So we need to get away. It turned red, which is the symbol of anger. I don't know why. Did I throw something at it? Because I don't think I did. Still, we avoid them when they're angry. There was a neuron there that we probably should have grabbed. Come on. We grabbed one. Let's eat it. Oops. I can grab neurons more effectively because I can change my trajectory in the middle of the air more dramatically than they can. Great. All right, we still have a lot to eat, but we're going. We're starting on our quest to eat some neurons. The only path is this way. And then there's 2 exits to this room. I think that the bottom one heads more toward the gate. I don't intend to go through the gate, but I want to go toward it so that we've mapped that section of Five Pebbles. Yeah, so here we want to go down here. I was thinking that this region would have more things changed, basically, than it has. I was thinking that there would be like new pathways in this region that we weren't able to get to in the previous campaigns. And that hasn't been what's happened. You know, I would hibernate, but neurons give us almost nothing. So we still can't hibernate. There's the gate. Okay. Why is the world rumbling? I don't know. I don't know why the world is rumbling. Maybe it's raining, and we just can't tell that it's raining. So I'm not going to go out that gate. But there it is. We've mapped that gate right there. Now let's go back in, find some more neurons, and rest at one of these places that we found. There's more that we can explore. Like there are pathways that we haven't taken yet. In addition to just going back to places and eating more neurons. For one, in this next room, we haven't gone the down path. I said the next room, it's actually at least one more room down. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay, so we haven't gone the right path in this one. Let's do that. Still would like to find more to eat. By the way, one of the things that Five Pebbles said is that the scavengers have populated a city, and he asked me to go back to my city and talk to them. I have no idea what that means. Like, where's my city? Rather than giving me like a direction, like go left or go west, that we've gotten in previous campaigns, it says go to the city, and I don't know where that is on the map. So we'll go somewhere and hopefully find a region named the city or something and talk to some scavengers. Hopefully we do that after we have befriended the scavengers over getting the chieftain passage. Alright, there's plenty of neurons here. Let's throw this and grab some neurons, maybe. Please. Oh my gosh. Grab them. Alright, this one is easy to grab now, because it went in there. Got it. We need to grab a few more. So, eat this one. I want to grab that one. Great. Eat that. Okay. I almost grabbed it. Oh, I grabbed a brick instead. There we go. Let's hear. What else did we learn from Five Pebbles? So, I don't know where the city is. We learned. I mean, we got a new reading from an old pearl. Like we've translated that pearl before with Looks to the Moon, and we got a Five Pebbles reading of that pearl, which gave more information. That thing turned red. That's a problem for me. I don't want to deal with it when it's red. Can we like leave the room? Okay, it's not red right now. Does that mean that we're okay? Nope. Alright. Perhaps we need to leave the room? I don't like it when it's red. I think it can kill me when it's red. I don't really want to go backward, but if it's still angry at me... Yeah, okay. I mean, in theory, we could get past it just fine, but in the rooms that have low gravity, my ability to go fast through them is a little bit hampered. Is it angry because I ate so many neurons? That could be the reason. Still want to go through that room. If nothing else, I need to eat more neurons. I need to eat one more before we can hibernate. Maybe we risk it? We got another neuron. Excellent. Okay. Now, where else can we go in this room? Because going back the way we came is probably deadly. Because that thing is still red and it's still over there. So... eat another neuron? I mean, we'd have to eat 2 more after this one to actually get anything that we would save through hibernating. But still. It didn't seem like there was a reason not to eat it. What's going on here? Can't tell. This room has another path down there, but I don't think it's like a good path for me. So we're gonna go this way. Here's more neurons, you know? We could eat more fully. Maybe we ate too many neurons. I'm gonna guess that that's the reason that it turned red on me. I hope that not all of them have turned red. Like, it's just the one that saw me in that room, basically. Oh gosh. Well, that's a little bit more dangerous because it's always anger at me. There are a lot of neurons here, but there's also a lot of other danger. Alright, I'll eat this neuron because we grabbed it. Okay, don't go too close to the wall. Okay, let's eat this one. I think that the hibernate spot is directly above me, isn't it? It's not. There's something that we've been to before that's directly above me, though. This room, where I didn't want to go this path. But we can make it. Great, we made it. Oh, and there is the hibernate spot here. Great. Let's hibernate. Let's look at the map first, though, because I think that we've basically fully mapped Five Pebbles this time. Is that true? I know we've mapped all of that. We have mapped this, all the exits there. We need to wait for the map to fill in some of these. It looks like we never went down there, so that's something we haven't done. We've never been inside that hibernate spot, but we know it's a hibernate spot. And then in this section, did we miss any places that we could go? We did that, of course. Have we done the recursive transform array entirely? No, because there's a place down there. I think that down eventually connects... Ooh, there's another down there. So we need to go down there and up there in order to discover more of the map. But that will be another time. For now, we're going to hibernate and call this a success. I mean, it was a success in several instances, including finding the last bit in this region, which is great, and getting a new karma level. We got a karma level. Excellent. So, next time, I'm not sure what we do. I'm going to probably explore more of Five Pebbles, but there's not a lot more to explore. And then we're going to exit Five Pebbles and see what else there is to do out in the world. Find the echoes. We need to find the rest of the echoes. In this episode, I increased my karma to level 2 by visiting my first echo. I also found a blue bit in Five Pebbles, the last bit to find in that region. And we translated a pearl. I'm counting it as a new pearl. There's a +1 there because it's a new translation. Check out my tracking sheet, link in the video description. New episodes every Saturday, and as always, thanks for watching.